back on the foam. So the eagle-eyed viewers out there probably could tell by my tone towards the end of last week's video, I was going through that what am I doing kind of phase of any build, but I'm over that now. I get it. So I thought I might be able to cheat this and do it over fender style, just pull a fiberglass bit, make it look good and make it work. But it's become pretty apparent I'm going to need to make some molds. But before I can do any of that, these need to be as smooth as possible, like ridiculously smooth. So I've started adding some filler to shape. There's a few bits I need to bring out. And look, the reality of it at this stage, you can do whatever you want to make the shape. You can overdo it with filler, you can use anything because you're not using that part. It might be wasteful, it might be more expensive, but the idea of foam cutting away at this stage, just there's too much that can go wrong and it's waiting for it all to kick. The other thing is symmetry. I've had a lot of messages about that. And again, guys, look, just chuck the messages in the comments. You don't have to DM me on Instagram or Facebook. Just chuck them down there. Everyone can learn then. How am I going to make this symmetrical to the other side? I don't think it's as complicated as you'd think. Let me show you. So just start with the last side. I flipped the cardboard mold over. But this time round, I didn't bother making a fiberglass one because I don't need to use it again. So realistically, I'm following the exact same process as before. And then when you look at something like this, what a lot of people don't realise with anything, it doesn't just apply to motorbikes and cars. Symmetry, and I'm talking like that precision symmetry, only really applies from angles where you can see both sides. So in the case of this, realistically, it's the front. So as long as the front is as close to exact as you can get it, then you're gold. And then don't forget, this is going to have a pretty nutty paint scheme. So the paint's going to mask some of the asymmetry. It's just, listen, don't think about it too much. It ain't that complicated. It's frustrating because you have to cut away, add, but bit by bit, you get it closer and closer. So my first thing I need to do is get these vertical edges, like this front vertical edge looking right. And as long as those bits look good from side to side, they'll be fine. There's loads of other bits going on. Yeah, let me hot glue this in place and we'll get on with it. What I've decided to do, first mold I'm going to make is of the hump. So I need to get that hump. I need to refine my process for getting that hump perfect. And while I'll glue this on, hot glue it temporarily in place like I did with the other side, create a couple of cardboard dams internally to link it to the bike, fill that with foam, and while that's kicking, we'll get on with filling the other foam side. I just realised before I glue that on, I can actually do a bit more shaping of this, because then that way I can kind of, let me show you, I'll show you. Because what I can do, at least for this front angle, is line this up and start marking and cutting away like I have done already. So every now and then I'm stopping, turning round, having a look and seeing where we're getting with it. And yeah, even after this first little bit, it shouldn't be that complicated. Should not be that complicated. I'm gonna put this slope in now. Do you know what I say? That's clogged. Let's get a new one. It wasn't even new to start with. Just as I'm making progress with the shape, there's a fucking hole. Right, there's nothing to do about it than to put some more foam in. Motherfucker. Right, while that annoying extra bit of foam is kicking, I'm going to be slapping on some ungodly amounts of filler. Pro Excel Generation 20 Ultra Fill. Kicks well, easy to work, just easy. Easy peasy peasy. Right, second pile of filler is on, and I'm not even close to being done with it. But hopefully you saw in the after me sanding the first layer how much easier it is to get those last bits of the shape and how much better it looks. If you couldn't see it, you'll have to wait. So I'm going to stand around now waiting for that to kick, and then I'll show you. Remember, it's only filler. It ain't expensive. Now listen, if you were building a car or fixing a tank or something metal that's dented and you use this much, probably have to have a word with yourself. But in this use case, listen, it's easier to apply and remove than more foam. Literally proving my own point over there. That's going to take a good few hours to kick properly. Everyone says it's moisture related, but temperature's got to play a part as well. So yeah, filler for the win. I'm starting to get a shape now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add another bit of mud because I need to bring this up, this back edge up, and then I'll shape it all up. I need to fill this hole in, but I'm not going to bore you lot with that. So I'll be back in a bit once that's mudded and shaped. And then I'm going to start skimming down here as well. I think this is going to be my last layer of muck. So I had a mate pop round yesterday who does 3D modelling. He's going to be able to model this and flip it in 3D. Then I can 3D print it and then use the 3D print as the buck. So I'm not even going to bother with the other side for the moment. I'm going to see if he can pull that off. So I'm going to crack on getting this done because by the end of this video, I want this smooth so we can take reference images with measurements so he can model it up. That is really starting to take shape now. So realistically, you don't need to see any more of that. I'm going to work on that for the next couple of hours and get it nailed. The gel coat bits and the mould making stuff would be appearing this week. So I'm going to end the video there because realistically, I've got nothing to shoot. I'm sanding. It's kind of, not only that, camera's covered in shit. So I need to get that cleaned off, offload the footage, start editing. But yeah. Really chuffed with how that's going. So that's the process. Ain't that complicated. So yeah, have a great week, guys. Again, thanks for all the new subs. Like, watch, share, all that good stuff. Go over to my Instagram and have a good week.
Hey, bark, bark.